In this mini lesson, we're going to be focusing on textual integrity, which is a concept that is from the Module B Advanced English unit. We English teachers love to use synonyms and the same thing in many different ways. It's also very useful for students of English to have many ways to say the same thing so that their essays are not boring and repetitive. So forgive me. Textual integrity is about a text's unity, its wholeness, its cohesion, the way its parts hang together well. We might call this a oneness, that the text's parts are united in their purpose and their focus. We could say that the text has pervasive thematic concerns, that its concepts, its ideas, its themes permeate the work, and that everything that's included in the text is essential, it's necessary. So as in that diagram there, a writer whose work has textual integrity deals with those themes or ideas throughout the work, from the beginning to the end. So you don't have, for example, a poem that deals with one idea and then another idea and then another idea, and it's flitting from one thing to another. Instead, the whole poem from line 1 through to the end deals with aging or love or lust or whatever the idea might be, the theme might be. Sometimes we use this phrase, the parts illuminate the whole. So to get into a good habit to be able to deal with this concept of textual integrity, we often give students an extract and ask them how that extract illuminates, sheds light on, highlights, amplifies the whole text. If you are to get a question that seems to be looking at this idea of textual integrity, and you've got an extract in front of you, you would choose 2 or maybe 3, depending on how fast you write, core themes or core ideas, and you'd brainstorm how they relate to other parts of the text in terms of those ideas. So you might look at justice and love, and you deal with justice, and it's always a good idea to look at how that theme or idea is dealt with in the beginning, maybe the middle if you've got time, and the end, but in a progressive way. And then you know that you are on track for textual integrity. So as an example, if I was to open my favourite novel, The Great Gatsby, at any page, it's very likely that in that opening I would be able to find some reference to or exploration of class, because really the whole text deals with class. We can see there at the 2020 HSC question for Module B asked, in what ways does this excerpt reflect the concerns, themes, ideas, and aesthetic qualities of whichever text you are studying at your school? You don't really need to write about this in an essay because it's very difficult to evidence things that are not there. But just for your understanding of this concept, a text that has integrity, cohesion, a unity, is free from the superfluous stuff that's there just to be there. It doesn't really add light to its core themes. The extraneous, same idea. The unnecessary, same thing. It doesn't have distractions. It doesn't go off on irrelevant tangents and subplots. And that is the mark of good writing. So those writers like Fitzgerald, they spend a lot of time deleting and ensuring that everything that they've got on their page or in their computer is absolutely necessary. So good writing is as much about what you include as what you exclude. So just to recap, a work that has textual integrity is united, it's focused, it's cohesive, and all of its parts are necessary. It has pervasive thematic or conceptual concerns, and that's what you focus on. It has a wholeness, a completeness, which leads to its beauty in its unity. All the parts are necessary. If you'd like to check your understanding of this concept, you might like to download and print off the textual integrity crossword. It takes about 15 minutes, maybe a bit longer, and it's only 99 cents. You can share it with people, you can use it time and time again, as is the case with all our English resources. Useful for teachers, students, and perhaps those people who are studying at home for whatever reason. I've tried to include answers wherever possible. The learning is active, so you won't ever be just reading and highlighting. It'll always draw on your thinking in an active way, and they're cheap. If you would like a little bit of help with English, you might like to get some tutoring, or you might like to have some workshops in small groups or seminars to whole year groups if that's useful. Or you might really have a hankering for a particular study resource that you'd like me to make. And if so, get in contact in the comments below or via the website, which is on screen now. Always happy to hear from anyone who needs a little bit of a hand with what is sometimes a difficult and problematic subject because of how different it is to other school subjects. Thank you for your time, and I hope this was helpful.